Hi, I'm George Casey, the Microsoft Innovation Leader with RSM. One of the challenges we're facing with this COVID situation is a change in how we do work and a change in some of the requirements we have for physical spaces. One of the benefits of the Power Platform is the ability to rapidly respond to this type of changes and to create a software experience that supports new business requirements. One challenge facing retailers in particular is the requirement to maintain social distancing guidelines while still allowing people to shop at their stores. To do this, we created an app template using the Power Platform that allows users to register and request a shopping reservation via a portal, complete a quick assessment that identifies any key risk factors for them showing up at the store, and then allows employees to check those individuals into the store when they arrive and maintain guidelines both from a social distancing standpoint and a total store capacity. This is our shopping distance app. So my first step is to sign into the portal so that I can create a reservation for a shopping visit. Once I'm signed in, I can select the store at which I want to visit and the date at which I'd like to go shopping. So I can select my date and I can look at anything in the next 2 weeks and look at available shopping times. Once I identify a time that's available and fits my schedule, I can choose to make a reservation. Now, at this point, I'll be presented with an assessment to answer some quick screening information about whether or not it's safe for me to shop. So I can say whether or not I'll be shopping with children, if anyone in my party is experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, does anyone exhibiting symptoms of fever, has there been any exposure, and do I attest that this is an accurate representation of my symptoms. I'll go ahead and click submit. And now if I look under my reservations, I will see that I do have indeed a reservation on June 17th at 10 a.m. and I'll get a confirmation email with a QR code that'll help me check into my store reservation. So at this point, I can pull up this email confirmation on my mobile device that gives me a confirmation of my reservation number, the time and place of my reservation, as well as I scroll down, the ability to pull up a QR code that'll assist me when it comes time to check into the store that can be scanned by one of the store employees using their Power app. Switching roles now, this part of the video simulates a store associate checking people into the store. You'll see in the top left button there's an option to scan a QR code to be able to scan someone who brings their email showing their reservation. So I'll click on scan. And now I see that the form is populated with the information that the customer filled out during their survey. At this point, depending on the store policy, I can either reconfirm their data and survey assessment questions, or I can simply enter them to the store. Now at this point, the other thing I'll notice is I have a live count that tells me kind of how many people are in the store right now, which I can evaluate against my capacity. Since I'm under this capacity, I can choose to just enter this individual into the store directly. If you'll notice at that point the live count increases from 21 to 22. If they showed up and the live count exceeded or was at capacity, I could then add them to queue until the live count reduced below capacity and enter them that way. My final option as an associate at this point would be if for some reason they exhibited signs of fever or they answered their assessment and said they had been in contact with someone, I could choose to turn them away, which would send them an email from the store apologizing but hoping they understand, given the symptoms, that we needed to turn them away and be compliant with our shopping distance policies. The final option I have via the app, if someone were to show up not with a reservation but yet I had capacity in my store to allow them in, would be to be able to type their name directly into the application and now go through the survey in real time with them. They're not shopping with children, they're not experiencing any symptoms, They haven't been exposed to COVID, and they attest this is true. Now, for whatever reason, maybe my capacity is reduced or I've had a bunch of people come in, the other option I could do is add them to queue, and I'll get a real-time running list of who is in the queue, and this has some intelligence built in that will be aware of if someone showed up with a reservation for this time, but yet the store was in excess capacity, they would move to the top of the queue over people who had just showed up in kind of were walk-up appointments. So I think this gives a lot of flexibility and capability to store associates when it comes to moving people in and out of the store and maintaining compliance with shopping distance policies. The final component of this application template is the model-driven app, which provides an administration or management function to be able to define attributes such as stores, store capacity, reservations, and track assessments. So you'll see over on the navigation panel, I have my stores. I have specific listing of stores available for shopping distance check-in. I have defined reservations and active reservations. And then I have assessment completion. So this keeps, satisfies my requirement of tracking survey answers over time. So if anybody were to go back and say, did someone indeed attest that they did not have a fever, that they had not been exposed, I now have that data available to me. And I can manage this as I would with any model-driven app using the user interface to change these attributes as needed from a management standpoint. We hope this was a useful example of how you can use the flexibility provided in the Power Platform to respond to crises such as COVID-19. If you have any questions or need further assistance with the use of these templates, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at www.rsmus.com. Thank you.